Alright, I come out here to get the passenger side parts off the front end of this car, put them on my green one so it'd be on four wheels again. But you know, after I got this suspension piece, it's junk. You can see the rubber is broke. It's broken there. So I'm not going to get those pieces off. I still had to disconnect it because I have to get the rack out. I went ahead and did get the pieces that I did need, because I had to take these pieces off. I need the strut and the strut mount. I need the brake caliper and the brake hose. I needed the front spindle and control arm. And I needed, well, I didn't really need the brake rotor, but I got it anyways. I've got other brake rotors around here somewhere, along with all my other junk. There it is right there. It's laying right there. It's like new rotor there. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to push the car out on three wheels. It sits here by itself on three wheels actually. You see it's not even touching the ground. But I've got to get it cleaned. You know, you can't do any kind of body work with this garbage. It's covered with mud from the tarp. You know, I got to get, you know, like this leaves, and you know, I got to get in here with Scotch-Brite. You know, I've got to get this thing cleaned up. You know, all of this. I got to pull the wipers off. You know, all of this dirt's got to come out. All of that dirt's got to come out. Now, for a couple of reasons, when you paint, you blow it up, and then, you know, when you're doing work, you need to have it as clean as possible. And then I'm going to get this fender off of here. You know, this fender is not going to be used. Neither are the hood hinges. And the reason they're not going to be used is because I bent one of them. See how that lines up with the hood, or that hood bolt? See how crooked this one is? I went to take the hood off. I unbolted that side, left one bolt in this side, and the hood fell this way, twisted the hinge. So I've got to get the hinges off the black one, but hell of a way to keep yourself busy, ain't it? But I can put a car together for next to nothing. I have all the parts, it's just the labor is what I've got to do. So I got to get this carpet out too. So I got to take this console out, pull this carpet out, so I can pressure wash and scrub this carpet, make it look like new again. And then I will clean all these pieces before I put them back in. And I have all the pieces. Alright, let me get this thing pushed out. Alright, got it washed up. About 80% anyways. Carpet's wet now. I'll pull this carpet out tomorrow. Got all the mud off of it anyways. Got this back here clean. Got in here clean. Got the trunk clean. Camera's going fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy. Got all that clean. So I can give this a quick blast. I'll scuff it up as best I can, wipe it down with some lacquer thinner real good, and you know, give it a good blast with some black paint. You know, I'm going to paint all of this you see here. It's green. Take off the wiring. Probably what I'm going to do is you know, go ahead and dust everything you see green just like this. You know, I'm going to seal it and dust it black, and then put the pieces on it, then go ahead and scuff it down and then paint the car. Make it a little easier. Then everything will be black, and all I've really just got to do is you know, scuff it down and seal it. I mean, cut it down, base coat, clear coat it. Do 2 or 3 days before my front parts will be here. I'm not going to do anything until my front suspension gets here. I'll get this fender off, And I'll go ahead and start scuffing all the green stuff down. Probably wet sand everything. You know, get as much as I can. I have to get this trim off and this rubber off all 4 doors so I can tape from the back side, so when I paint everything and put the rubber and the trim back on, you won't tell it was green. I'll take that chrome latch off right there. Take this chrome latch off and I'll tape around the wiring plugs and just, you know, changing the colors is a pain in the ass. It's a lot more work than you think. But it's easier to paint all the other parts green, I guess. I want a black car, so there you go. Alright, I got the car back outside today. Got this fender off. Got all the bottom trim off the doors. Interior out of it. Just getting ready to clean it up one last time and then start sanding it. You know, I got a lot of dirt down there. I sprayed a cheap can of paint stripper under, you know, under this whole apron here to get the grease and all the nasty junk on. You can see how fast that stuff works. I just sprayed it and it's literally eating the paint and stuff off, so I gotta hose that down real quick. We'll get going. Alright, got it taped up and ready to jam out tomorrow. Got this taped up. Got the inside of the car taped so you can't get any overspray in there to get on the inside of the glass. I got this sealed and this painted, or this done up, so I'll jam it out tomorrow.